A BizBlock Saturday.
The heat just got turned up on Attorney General Eric Holder, and it isn't just answers Congress wants. Now Congress wants his head. A growing number of Republican lawmakers warn if the Attorney General does not resign, they will kick him out. Yesterday, House committee members and Holder got combative during a fast and furious hearing, and this may just be the beginning.
Attorney General Ronald Weitz wrote a letter to a member of Congress February 2011, a letter which was demonstrably false. Your department withdrew that letter 10 months later. When did you learn that that letter was false?
Well, I would not characterize the letter as false. I'd say it contained inaccuracies.
You don't think they're demonstrably false when you represent that ATF makes an effort to interdict all weapons going to Mexico? You don't think that's demonstrably false?
Not in the way you use the word. You said...
Well, how do you know what way I use the word?
I'm listening to you.
Is it false? Can I demonstrate that it's false?
And Congressman Trey Gowdy joins us. Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
So what's the story? You want him to leave?
I have lost confidence in his ability to lead a department that is very important to me as a former federal prosecutor. I don't put the Department of Justice in the same category as I do other more political departments. I want a chief law enforcement officer, irrespective of political party, that I have trust and confidence in. And whether he knew about gun walking, which I can't prove, I don't have a piece of evidence to show that he did. What I do have are 4 senior-level DOJ officials who did know about it. And so it's a question of leadership, of management. If he's not going to get engaged in finding out the truth before a letter is written to a United States Senator, then what is he doing? Jason Chaffetz from Utah asked him yesterday, I thought fairly politely, have you talked to Secretary Clinton? No. Secretary Napolitano? No. The Mexican Attorney General? No. President Obama? No. Fast and furious, there's a dead Border Patrol agent. There are dead Mexican citizens, and you have yet to have a conversation with any of your peers?
Do you think he doesn't know, or do you think it's possible that he's covering? Because even like, okay, you asked those specific questions. Did you talk to specific people? It could have been that he didn't talk to this person, but he talked to another one. He didn't name that person. Do you have the sense that the Attorney General is being straight with you? He's being evasive, or he's just disconnected because he's focusing on other things?
I would say option C. I have no evidence that he has... that he is lying about whether or not he knew about Fast and Furious. So lay that aside. I'm not going to accuse someone of lying if I don't have any evidence of that. I would then say he should have known about it. If he were as engaged as I want the Attorney General to be, he should have known about it.
Who's the highest ranking person? Have you figured that out, who has authorized Fast and Furious?
I asked him yesterday specifically about Lanny Breuer.
And did he say Lanny Breuer green-lighted it?
Lanny Breuer knew that that letter was false when it was sent to Senator Grassley. He knew that gun walking had taken place.
But who okayed? I mean, someone made a really bad decision. We don't know, quote, at least I don't know who that, quote, someone is.
We don't either.
That someone could still be making decisions today that are equally as stupid. So it seems to me, and everyone concedes, the Attorney General does, everybody, and members of Congress, everyone says it's a really bad decision. But what I don't understand is that no one has yet, at least, I mean, do you know who authorized that?
No, ma'am.
Well, don't you think that's weird?
I think it's beyond weird.
Isn't it incumbent upon the Attorney General to find out, who did it? How high up? Because this has been going on for 10 months.
But notice what he does. Notice what happens. He appoints an Inspector General. And Greta, you're an attorney. You know if you do something false in front of a judge, you don't appoint someone to investigate it. You correct it immediately. He's hiding behind the Inspector General trying to buy time, saying, well, let's wait until this investigation tells us more.
Well, how long is that going to take? It doesn't take that long to do these.
Beyond the next election cycle, I can promise you that.
Well, see, that's appalling. Has the Inspector General been summoned to Congress?
No, she's a former DOJ prosecutor.
Why don't you haul her up there and say who's the highest ranking person who's making these very bad decisions? Is that person still at the Justice Department? Is that person still capable of making equally bad decisions? Because according to what Holder said yesterday, there could be many more people who are hurt by this, who will die by this.
Well, there will be. And your question illustrates perfectly our frustration. This is the Department of Justice, not the Department of Tourism or politics. Should we really have to subpoena someone
Well,
to
apparently
come?
the answer is yes.
Well,
so apparently yes, so why you issue one?
Or the answer is we need a new Attorney General, one that
Well,
we have
then you may not
confidence
get
in.
the answer, and that person may still be sitting in justice. I mean,
You heard Chairman Sensenbrenner yesterday discuss the full panoply of options that Congress has at its disposal. You even heard Lamar Smith, who's one of the more genial members of Congress, talk about contempt of Congress. I'm not talking about Chairman Issa, who is usually exercised and engaged in committee hearings. This is Lamar Smith, who said we may have to use our contempt of Congress or subpoena to get you to answer our questions. I don't know who he's protecting. I said yesterday who I suspected
But you know
is.
what? I'm getting more suspicious by the day. I mean, that's the funny thing is that I was not particularly suspicious. Now I'm real suspicious. I never was before. But anyway, I hope you get to the bottom of this and soon before because there's something that's not quite right.
Me too. Thank you.
Congressman, thanks, sir. Coming up, Republicans say President Obama was pulling the strings. Was the Fed's lawsuit